It's 11:30 p.m. You're lying in bed. The house is quiet. You had a good day. You were productive at work. You saw your friends. You felt fine. But then you pick up your phone, and before you even realize what your thumb is doing, you're there, checking his profile, checking her last seen status. Or maybe you aren't checking. Maybe you're just replaying the last conversation you had for the thousandth time, looking for the clue you missed. The tightness in your chest comes back, that feeling of panic, that feeling of emptiness. And then comes the shame. You think, it's been months or it's been years? Why am I still doing this? What is wrong with me? Why am I so weak? Welcome back to the Man in the Middle channel. Today, we are going to talk about the ghost that won't leave. We are going to talk about why you can't let go of your ex. But I want to offer you a different perspective today. I want to tell you that you are not crazy, you are not weak, and most importantly, you are not actually obsessed with them. You are obsessed with what they were holding for you. In Jungian psychology and in the work we do here, we talk a lot about projection. Imagine a movie theater. When you watch a movie, you are staring at the screen, you laugh at the screen, you cry at the screen, you fall in love with the hero on the screen, but the screen is just a blank white cloth. The image, the magic, is coming from the projector behind you. In your relationship, your ex was the screen. The feelings of intense love, safety, adventure, or worthiness, that was the movie. And the projector, that is you. When the relationship ends, it feels like someone stole the movie. You are staring at a blank screen, screaming, "Where did the magic go?" But the projector is still running in the dark. This is why no contact is so hard. You can block the X, you can burn the screen, but if you don't turn around and turn off the projector, you will just keep playing that movie in your head, or you'll find a new screen, a new partner, to project the exact same story onto. So, let's look at the film. What are you actually projecting? Usually, it's one of two things, the golden shadow or the bandage. We've talked about the shadow as the dark stuff, the anger, the shame. But Jung also talked about the golden shadow. These are the amazing, powerful traits inside you that you disowned or can't access alone, so you use a partner to unlock them. Let me give you a personal example. When a major relationship of mine ended a while back, the pain was unbearable. For a long time, I thought I was just missing him. I missed his face. I missed his voice. But when I really did the work, when I looked at the film I was projecting, I realized I was mourning something else entirely. I was mourning the feeling of being a protector. At that time in my life, I had a better job than he did. I was the one providing. I felt strong because I knew I could take care of both of us with my means. That dynamic gave me a profound sense of accomplishment. It made me feel safe. It made me feel useful. When he left, I didn't just lose the guy. I lost the specific feeling of being a provider. I felt like I had been fired from the job of being a capable man. I thought he took my worth with him, but he didn't. He was just the recipient. I was the one generating the safety. I was the one doing the work. The capability was mine the whole time, but I had tricked myself into thinking it only counted if someone else was receiving it. And this leads us to the deeper layer. Why did I need to be the protector to feel safe? That is the core wound. Many of us walk around with a silent wound. Usually it sounds like, I am not enough just as I am. I am unlovable. I am unsafe. So we look for a bandage. We look for a role to play. For me, the role was the provider. If I am providing, I am worthy. For you, maybe the role is the rescuer, or the adored one, or the good wife. When that person looks at you with love, or relies on you for safety, the wound stops hurting. You think, if they need me, I must be real. The obsession you feel right now, that panic, that is not love. That is the panic of a person whose bandage has been ripped off. You aren't grieving the loss of the person. You are grieving the return of the pain. You are exposed, and your inner child is screaming, "Get them back. If we get them back, we can cover the wound again. I want to feel like a protector again so I don't have to feel like a failure." This is what psychologists call limerence. It's not romance. It's a survival drive to cover a core wound. So how do we stop? How do we turn off the projector? We do the work of the man in the middle. We stop looking back at the past, and we stop running toward a fantasy future. We sit in the uncomfortable now. Step 1, Identify the projection. Take a piece of paper. Write down exactly what you miss about them. Be specific. I miss how safe he made me feel. I miss how adventurous she was. I miss the feeling of taking care of someone. Step 2. Recognize the source. Look at that list. That list is not a description of them. It is a description of what you are starving for. If you miss their adventure, it means you are starving for adventure. If you miss being a protector, it means you are starving to feel capable and strong in your own life. Step 3. The hard work. You have to give those things to yourself. And I know how annoying that sounds. Love yourself. It sounds like a cliche, but it is the only way out. If you miss the adventure, you have to go take yourself on a trip. Alone. You have to prove to your brain that you can generate that feeling. If you miss the safety, you have to learn how to self-soothe when you are anxious instead of reaching for the phone. There is an empty chair in your heart right now, and it hurts. The temptation is to force the ex back into that chair, or to rush out and find a stranger to sit in it, just so you don't have to look at the empty space. But the work, the shadow work, is to let the chair be empty for a while, to sit next to it, to feel the cold air, and to realize that you are still here. You are still whole. The movie creates a nice feeling, but you are the projector. You are the source of the light. When you realize that, the obsession breaks because you stop needing them to save you. You can just miss them. You can miss them as a person who passed through your life without feeling like they took your life with them. If this video hit a nerve today, I want you to be gentle with yourself. This is big work. This is the difference between getting over it and growing through it. In the next video, we're going to look at how these same patterns show up not in love, but in our work, how we project our need for validation onto our bosses and our careers. Until then, keep the chair empty and keep doing the work. I'll see you next time.